In the wedding chamber, Nathan was gripping my neck with tremendous force. Why did you push her? Come with me to donate blood. This is what you owe her. I slapped him hard across the face, followed by a right hook and an elbow strike. Fuck your mothers. Are you fucking stupid? Love's sick brain is incurable. Might as well cremate you right away. It was obviously her own damn act when she fell. Don't you fucking blame me. She can fuck off. And so can you. Stay the hell away from me. Folks, I've time traveled. I transmigrated into a novel about a real and fake heiress that I had just finished reading. I was the real heiress who had been found and brought back. But my parents and 3 older brothers all favored the fake heiress. They said my arrival had stolen the life that originally belonged to her. They told me to know my place, that they wouldn't treat me poorly, but I shouldn't expect too much either. The female lead also has a childhood sweetheart who is a love-struck simp. The male lead, in the original story, I had a childhood filter for him and recognized him at first glance as the older brother who saved me when we were young. I fell hopelessly in love with him. I offered to donate a kidney to the fake heiress as a price to make him marry me, but he held the script of a domineering CEO novel, standing above half the criminal code, tormenting me both physically and mentally. He gouged out my eyeballs, ripped out my heart, liver, spleen, stomach, and kidneys to transplant them to the fake heiress, forced me to abort, miscarry, fall off a cliff, drown in the sea, and survive a fire. Despite all this, I still didn't die. Not only did I not die, but I also disappeared for 5 years under the pretense of cancer, only to return vowing to reclaim everything that belonged to me. Actually, it's a plot about a long-lost reunion, followed by a genius child prodigy storyline. I'm not okay. I'm really not okay at all. Fortunately, I've just transmigrated here, right when the male lead is forced to fulfill the marriage contract with me. Otherwise, I would have had to send that unfilial brat back to the womb for a do-over. Before transmigrating, I was the daughter of a martial artist. By the age of 18, my father had already taught me 18 sets of martial arts, and I could effortlessly wield swords, spears, and staffs. My dad always thought I was a tough, unyielding tomboy. But deep down, I was actually a soft, whimpering cutie. Hiding under the covers reading romance novels on my phone was my unspoken secret, because if my dad found out, he'd make me do horse stance for 8 hours. Indeed, one shouldn't be too rebellious, and now I'm paying the price. I've transmigrated into the tragic heroine of a novel. Why do tragic heroines suffer so much? Because she fell for a male lead who didn't like her, but he was infatuated with the villainess. Under the villainess's slander and schemes, the female lead couldn't clear her name even if she tried to explain, and so, at my wedding with the male lead, Nathan, the villainous Sarah pretended to congratulate me. Then she threw herself down the stairs and screamed, "Sister, why did you push me? What a self-righteous, hypocritical bitch. With acting skills this good, why not join the entertainment industry?" The more I think about it, the angrier I get. After subduing Nathan, I slapped him hard several times in a row. Nathan, who was just acting all high and mighty a moment ago, is now completely stunned by my slap. He screamed in pain while shouting, "Luna, have you lost your mind? Me, slap, you dare hit me, I, slap, you, I, slap." I grabbed his tie and smashed his head against the pillow. While smashing, I asked him, "Do you yield or not? Do you yield or not, little brat? Think I can't handle you? Who told you to address me so casually? Get it straight, I'm your daddy." Nathan was pinned beneath me, taking a beating that quickly left him bruised and swollen, tears and snot streaming down his face. Just kidding. When it comes to fighting, it's a family tradition passed down 3 generations. I'm a professional. Nathan, you're too violent. Was your previous demeanor all an act? I nearly died laughing, crossing my arms as I looked at him, then called the police. Humph. Don't think I don't know. In domineering CEO novels, there are no police to begin with. The male lead can trample over half the criminal code, and so can I. After all, we're both protagonists. Why should the female lead yield to the male lead? Who would have thought that Nathan, that sneaky bastard, actually dared to call the police? And the police are really coming. I realized immediately. In domineering CEO novels, the police can't punish the male lead, but they can punish the female lead. I only slapped him a few times. It's not like I caused his beloved to get into a car accident or be humiliated to death. And now he wants to call the police on me. Seeing my panicked expression, Nathan looked extremely pleased with himself. A hint of mockery, a touch of scorn, and a dash of indifference flickered in his eyes. "What's the matter? Scared? If you kneel and apologize to me now, then go donate 500 cubic centimeters of blood to Sarah at the hospital. I couldn't help it. I smacked him across the face again. Fuck your mother for 500. Why don't you donate yourself, asshole? Nathan had developed a bit of a psychological shadow from my beatings and instinctively flinched. You think I don't want to? My blood type doesn't match hers. She has the same rare blood type as you. Panda blood. Otherwise, your parents wouldn't have failed to notice the mix-up back then. Hearing this, I grew even angrier. In CEO romance novels, does everyone just happen to have panda blood? I grabbed his hair. You don't even share the same blood type, yet you dare claim to love her. Her body rejects your very blood, yet you dare say she loves you. You two are nothing but fake childhood sweethearts. Then, upon hearing the police sirens approaching downstairs, she tousled her own hair, tore at her collar, and pinched her arms and neck a few times. Don't ask me how I did it. Just say I've practiced martial arts. When I get serious, I'll even strangle myself. What I didn't expect was that the officer who arrived was strikingly handsome, with long legs over 6 feet tall. The whole uniform was downright tempting. He seemed especially excited to see me, as if meeting a long-lost relative, and immediately grabbed my hand. Damn, after 3 years as a cop, someone finally called the police. Miss, don't be afraid to speak up. Did this man harass you? Tell me. I'll stand up for you. This guy clearly had a kind heart. I pinched my own arm, instantly making my eyes red, and nodded weakly as if I couldn't even take care of myself. The young cop was immediately moved to tears. Good. Finally a female lead in a tragic story knows to call the police. Nathan stood dumbfounded beside us, then suddenly roared, "What's wrong with you? What's your badge number?" "I'm the one who called the police. I'm the victim here." Nathan's roar successfully pulled the police officer's thoughts out of the ecstasy of receiving the emergency call, but when he saw the injuries on Nathan's face, he didn't show much sympathy. In contrast, I looked utterly pitiful, like a delicate white flower trembling in the wind. Noticing his gaze, I tilted my head slightly, revealing my bruised swan-like neck and delicate profile, whispering softly, "Ah, don't look." The young police officer instantly flew into a rage. He sternly lectured and reprimanded Nathan. "She's a woman and didn't even scream. What are you, a grown man, yelling for? He looks way more seriously injured. What's your relationship with her? I suggest you come clean, or I'll take you back to the police station." The more I look at this guy, the more handsome he seems. He truly has that heroic, righteous aura, fearless in the face of authority and daring to stand up against dark forces. "Mom, I'm in love," blurted out without thinking. "Brother, how old are you? What's your name? Can I have your contact info? I'm only 18, and I've never had a boyfriend before." Before I could finish speaking, Nathan rushed over like a madman and shoved me hard. If it weren't for my childhood horse stance training that gave me a solid base, I really would have been knocked over by him. But realizing the police officer was still standing nearby, my legs suddenly went weak, and I fell into his arms, my face pressed firmly against his uniform-clad chest muscles. I looked up at the officer with pitiful eyes and said, "I'm sorry," turned around to glare at Nathan. "What discount are you trying to get?" Nathan panicked. Nathan truly panicked. "Luna, snap out of it. You're 22, not 18, and besides, I'm your husband. How dare you flirt with another man right in front of me? Do I not exist to you?" I froze. Did we actually get married? Nathan snorted coldly and threw 2 red booklets in front of me. I opened them. Sure enough, they were Nathan and the original owners. I quickly hugged them to my chest. Great, I can't lose this thing. I'll need it for the divorce. Getting a replacement would be such a hassle. Then, she turned to the young police officer and said, "Brother, wait for me. I'll come find you right after I get divorced." "Okay." My words completely caught the young police officer off guard. He pressed a fist to his lips, coughing desperately, and pointed to his chest, reminding me about the body camera. Cough, cough. In the end, the guy didn't give me his contact information, but I still found out his name. Howard. Howard gave both Nathan and me a stern lecture. Since a fight between spouses is considered a domestic matter, the focus was on mediation and reconciliation. Both Nathan and I only had minor injuries, so no case was filed. "Howard, how could you hit your wife? Don't you know that's domestic violence?" Nathan, furious. "It's not me abusing her. She's the one abusing me." Howard, between husband and wife, quarrels end as quickly as they begin. I shyly replied, "We just got married today. We haven't even slept together yet." Nathan roared again. Luna, have you lost your mind? Oh yes, yes, I must be out of my mind indeed. A blossoming 18-year-old girl with ancestral martial arts skills. Sworn to uphold justice and let the light of righteousness shine upon this land, woke up one day to find myself a 22-year-old married woman, and married to none other than Nathan, a male lead so detestable even dogs wouldn't touch him, the kind you toss in the trash and no one would bother to pick up. Can I not go crazy? Nathan is already 28 years old. I don't like someone so much older than me. Howard lectured and educated us for a long time, making sure we wouldn't fight again, and then left. Nathan also seemed to realize that he couldn't do anything about me, so he decided to retreat in order to advance and have a talk with me. Luna, stop fooling around. Even if you act like this, I won't like you. Me, good, because I don't like you either. Let's get a divorce. With just one sentence, I left Nathan speechless. Didn't you say you loved me? That you'd do anything as long as I married you? These words were indeed spoken by the original owner of this body. I grew impatient. So what? You also said you wouldn't lay a finger on me if we got married, yet here you are choking me, since you broke the agreement first. Don't blame me for what comes next. Nathan broke down. When I said don't touch, that's not what I meant. I immediately cut him off. I won't listen. Anyway, you pinched me. I want a divorce. You damn abuser. Nathan turned red with anger, almost spitting blood. Luna, between the two of us, who's really the abuser? Fine, even if you want a divorce, you promised to donate blood for Sarah. You won't go back on that, will you? I'm begging you. If you don't go, she'll die. I'm so sick of this love-struck male lead. Never mind that Sarah fell down the stairs herself. More importantly, she only suffered minor injuries and doesn't even need a blood transfusion. Only fools like the Jefferson family and that lovesick Nathan would believe it. I tilted the corner of my mouth into a cold smirk. Hurry up and die. I'll chip in 200 for the funeral feast. My words struck like a heavy blow, completely shattering Nathan's last line of defense. You, Luna, I never thought you could be such a vicious woman. I laughed my ass off. I'm already abusing you, and you still don't realize how vicious I am. Was the beating not hard enough? Should I hit you again? But you better not fight back, or it'll count as mutual combat. And then you won't be able to report me to the cops. Nathan stared at me, one hand clutching his chest, the other pointing at me, trembling uncontrollably. I kindly expressed my concern. Why are your hands shaking? Got Parkinson's? Nathan took a deep breath and finally closed his eyes as if giving up. Get out. I raised my hand, grabbed his collar, yanked him off the bed, and threw him outside the door. You get out. Nathan thought I had already gone too far. But little did he know I could go even further. This is my house, the wedding home my mom prepared for us. I nodded. That's true, but I have nowhere to sleep tonight. Then I patted his shoulder. Be good, whoever has the bigger fist makes the rules. You sleep in the guest room. Then, right in front of him, I slammed the door shut with a loud bang. Nathan was left outside, kicking the door and cursing angrily. Luna, open the door for me. Are you playing hard to get with me? Even if you act all special like this, I still won't like you. Just as I had changed into pajamas and was about to lie down, with a hairband on and a face mask applied, I opened the door, barking. Then, before Nathan could speak, I quickly shut the door again. Bang! The speed was so fast that it nearly caught Nathan's nose. After driving Nathan away, I slept soundly until dawn. I discovered that although the original owner was portrayed as pitiful, the skincare products used were all high-end brands, the spare change in the bank account had 8 digits, and there was even a Lamborghini worth over 10 million for daily commuting. Although I'm the real heiress brought back by the wealthy family, my parents, 3 older brothers, and even my secret crush all only adore the fake heiress. Is that all? What's so pitiful about that? I don't understand the pity of you rich people. All I know is, I'm divorcing Nathan to pursue my dear Howard. To my surprise, when I woke up and wanted to catch Nathan for the divorce, he was gone. Instead, I was bombarded with missed calls and unread messages. The 3 brothers of the Jefferson family and that pair of parents attacked me like they'd gone mad. Eldest brother Alex. If anything happens to Sarah, I won't let you off. Second brother Bruce. You made Sarah's forehead bleed, and I'll make you pay the same price. Third brother Tom. I never expected you to be such a vicious person. Stay away from Sarah from now on. Oh wow, what unoriginal lines. Is this all these domineering CEOs know how to say? Mrs. Jefferson, however, said something different. if I had known you were like this, I never should have brought you home in the first place. Sarah is my precious darling. How dare you hurt her? Get back here right now and apologize to Sarah. Begging for her forgiveness, this one is even more brain dead. I really doubt the mental state of the authors when they write such lines, probably vomiting while writing it themselves. Mr. Jefferson, after all, is the head of the household and speaks sparingly. Sarah needs a kidney transplant. You donate one to her, and Dad will give you 100 million. Holy shit, 100 million. I wish I could grow 32 kidneys. Donate 30 to Sarah, and keep 2 for myself, unfortunately. I only have 2 kidneys, damn it, missed out on 3 billion in cash. I packed up and drove back to the Jefferson family. I didn't want to return to this home in the first place. After all, I have money in my card now, so I can go wherever I want. But those Jefferson family folks are too full of themselves, and they even plotted against my kidneys. This sword I must wield. I drove at breakneck speed, racing home like the wind. At times like this, I'm really grateful to my martial artist father, who made me get my driver's license the moment I turned 18. Seeing my car pull up to the gate, the family driver looked at me with disdain. Just as he was about to speak, I tossed the keys into his hand and slapped him across the face. Smack. The maid Monica saw me and smirked with schadenfreude. Well, if it isn't the second young miss, coming back all alone. Before she could finish speaking, I slapped her again. Smack. Fuck you. I'm the one and only true heiress of the Jefferson family. Call me young mistress. Along the way, every servant who had bullied the original owner received a slap from me. Some got 2 slaps. I can't quite remember. In less than 100 meters, I hit over a dozen people. After being struck, they all clutched their swollen faces and ran off to complain, creating a grand and spectacular scene. I had assumed Sarah, who pretended to fall and then made a fuss about getting blood tests and kidney replacements, would still be lying in the hospital by now. To my surprise, the whole family was happily having a meal together at home, which included my newlywed husband Nathan, whom I just married yesterday. Nathan truly lives up to being the male lead. His recovery ability is just outstanding. Even though I had beaten his face swollen yesterday, he had already regained his handsome and dashing appearance, with just a slight cut at the corner of his mouth, looking like a battle-worn beauty. Sarah, who had fallen down the stairs and rolled 18 times, was also fine, chatting and laughing with the family. As expected, the villainous female supporting characters are all indestructible cockroaches. Only me, the one who pinched myself twice, now covered in bruises that just won't heal. I truly am a pitiful sight. Embodying the tragic heroine archetype, it's such a relief that Sarah is okay. Yes. Your dad/mom/brother was so worried. Everyone was happy that Sarah was discharged from the hospital safely, but when they saw me, their smiles froze instantly. Nathan even lost his temper outright. Luna, what the hell do you want? I've already hidden here. Why are you still chasing after me? I laughed my ass off. Stop flattering yourself. How would I know you'd be here? I thought you couldn't take the beating and ran away overnight. Since we've met, let's get it over with. I just came to pick up my ID card and household register. Nathan froze, seemingly not grasping what I was saying. I raised my hand, showing my palm. What? Forgotten already? Need me to refresh your memory? Nathan's face instantly turned pale. You're really willing to divorce me? I was getting impatient. Hurry up, chop chop. A husband whose brain never fully developed and whose cerebellum is incomplete. Why keep you around for the new year? The Jefferson family members all looked at Nathan with curiosity upon hearing this. Sarah also turned to him with concern. Brother Nathan, what is sister talking about? And, did she hit you? It was understandable that the Jefferson family found it hard to believe, as the original host had always been the family's punching bag. Anyone could bully her, and even the servants didn't take her seriously. I was about to pull the same old trick, feigning innocence, when the servants who had just been beaten collectively rushed in. Sir, madam, 3 young masters, the second young lady is too much. Although we are just servants, she can't just hit us like this. Before they could finish speaking, I swung my hand and slapped over a dozen faces from start to finish. The spacious living room of the Jefferson family instantly echoed with the continuous sound of slaps. I said, I'm the eldest daughter, not the second daughter. Are you all deaf? The Jefferson family members were stunned at first, then all cast sympathetic glances at Nathan. Nathan knew they were imagining what might have happened to him last night. Feeling utterly humiliated, he roared in anger, Luna, have you lost your mind? With a swift turn, I landed a slap right across his face. You dare interfere with your father's affairs. Seeing her brother Nathan get hit, Sarah immediately burst into tears. Sister, how could you hit, before she could finish? I slapped her too. Sarah let out a scream and fell straight to the ground, like a leaf drifting in the wind. Her 3 brothers immediately rushed over to help her up. Sarah, are you okay? The eldest brother roared, ready to come at me. Luna, you've gone too far. I gave him a slap. Smack. Seeing his elder brother get hit, second brother wanted to avenge him. I gave him 2 slaps. Smack smack. Third brother felt it would be awkward not to join in after seeing both his elder brothers step forward. I gave 3 slaps. Smack smack smack. In just a few minutes, everyone in the Jefferson family, except for Cheen's dad and mom, even the family dog got a slap from me. Each of them had one side of their face swollen, and the victims combined could circle the living room. Why was I able to accurately slap each of their faces, yet they couldn't react in time? Because among the 18 sets of martial arts my old father taught me, there was one move called the shadowless hand. In martial arts, speed is the ultimate weapon. Having witnessed my terrifying combat prowess, everyone in the Jefferson family trembled with fear. In the dining room, they stood in 2 rows. I casually picked up a chair and set it down on the floor. Duong, I sat down on it, crossing my legs. Someone immediately started trembling in their boots. I glanced at the crowd and sneered. What are you all standing around for? Their expressions softened slightly. Before they could even sigh in relief, I spoke up. Everyone kneel down. Mrs. Jefferson exploded instantly, rushing over to point at my nose and scold me. Luna, have you lost your mind? I'm your mother. How dare you make me kneel to you? Aren't you afraid of being struck by lightning? I smiled at her and said, if you don't kneel, how would you know if I'll be struck by lightning? Since so many of you couldn't defeat me, maybe the heavens will unleash their ultimate move and obliterate me the moment you kneel. Perhaps my words were too absurd, as quite a few of those who had just been beaten couldn't help but laugh, including my 3rd brother. I glared at him. Among the 3 brothers, he was the most brain-dead. You're laughing. So happy you're blowing snot bubbles. Tom immediately stopped laughing. Everyone else fell silent too. Sarah glared at me with venomous resentment. As if I were the ultimate villain, remove the as if. I'm now the dark and twisted female lead of a tragic novel. I'm now the insane female protagonist. Noticing my gaze, Sarah immediately shrank back, tears cascading down her face. She walked up to me and suddenly knelt down with a thud. Sister, it's all my fault. I stole your position as the heiress of the Jefferson family. I stole the love of mom and dad and our brothers. You hating me and hitting me is only right. But you can't treat mom and dad and our brothers like this. They're your family too. I turned on the living room's large screen, connected it to my phone, and displayed all the text messages they had each sent me. Family, brother, just look at what you've sent me. You have the nerve to send this, and I'm embarrassed to even read it. This, are you out of your mind? Saying I hurt Sarah and should pay the price. Come at me if you dare. And this one, asking me to donate a kidney to your adopted daughter for 100 million, and you claim to be my biological father. And this one, saying they shouldn't have brought me back in the first place. Well, maybe they shouldn't have given birth to me then. What a bunch of brain-dead trash in this family. So damn unlucky. I grew up in a martial arts family. My father is a highly respected grandmaster in the martial arts world. And my mother is a refined and elegant university professor. As their daughter, I'm accomplished in both literary and martial arts. And my mouth spews nothing but filth. I can't stand this injustice. The members of the Jefferson family, after seeing the messages the entire family sent me, all wore extremely unpleasant expressions on their faces, as if social death had struck in an instant. When they sent those messages, they all thought they were righteous crusaders. But now they were overwhelmed with shame, lowering their heads and covering their faces. I pointed at each of them and scolded them to their faces. You people, who claim to be my family, all side with Sarah, that adopted daughter. The moment she cries, you all say it's my fault. If she loses a single strand of hair, you all think I'm to blame. You'd think her farts smell like roses. Why don't you eat her shit then? Nathan thought I'd lost my mind. His face darkening as he moved to pull me away. Luna, enough. Stop talking. I slapped him without hesitation. When your father speaks, who gave you the right to interrupt? Nathan widened his eyes, staring at me in disbelief, as if the halo of a domineering male lead still shone above his head. He had never suffered such humiliation in his life. Have you had enough of this nonsense? I promise you, I'll never contact Sarah again. I'll devote myself wholeheartedly to you alone. Are you satisfied now? I beg you, stop causing trouble. Holy shit, did the love-struck brain just transfer? I don't understand, but I'm utterly terrified. In my panic, I kicked him flying across the room. Don't come near me, because my behavior in the Jefferson family was too outrageous. The Jefferson family couldn't hold back and called the police. When the police arrived, I took a look and, oh my, isn't this an old acquaintance? In the blink of an eye, tears instantly streamed down my face. Howard, you finally came. Save me. My parents want to lock me up. They're even planning to take my kidney to donate to this adopted daughter. I have proof. This is where the big screen should come in handy. Howard's face turned ashen as he saw the demands from my parents and the threats from my 3 brothers displayed on the big screen. He immediately shielded me behind him, shouting, "What do you think you're doing? Forcing citizens to donate organs is illegal." The room was already filled with over a dozen servants who had come to complain about being beaten. Combined with the information and my pitiful appearance, Howard easily believed that my family had ganged up to bully me. When Nathan saw Howard, his anger flared up instantly. "Why is it you again? Take a closer look before you speak." "All right, who's hitting whom here?" "She's the one hitting us." Howard gave a bitter smile, tugging at the corner of his mouth. "Can I just say, in this book, I'm the only cop actually doing any work." Nathan wouldn't understand such words. Otherwise, he'd have to start using his brain. Howard didn't believe a word Nathan said. "With nearly 30 of you here, how could a weak woman like her possibly take on so many of you? Even if it was a group fight, the responsibility still lies with you." The 3 Jefferson brothers were absolutely furious. "Her, a weak woman. Maybe you should take a look at the injuries on our faces before you speak." I hid behind Howard, shaking my head with tears in my eyes, my tears scattering everywhere. "Howard, I didn't do it. My parents, and even my husband, all sided with that adopted daughter. They even forced me to donate blood and a kidney to her. Howard, please take me away." I cried pitifully, unable to control myself. Howard, being a righteous bystander, was instantly consumed by blazing fury. "You've really gone too far." And then, they were all taken to the police station. The reason was that they were suspected of illegal confinement and intimidation against me. They were required to return and cooperate with the investigation, although in the end, nothing serious happened. Jefferson's parents and 3 older brothers were all locked in a small dark room by Howard and given a stern lecture. Only then did I realize that Howard's position was quite high. He was actually their boss. As expected of the man I set my sights on. After finishing the statement, he escorted me outside the police station, and I reluctantly held on to his hand. "Brother, wait for me. I'll come find you as soon as I get divorced. You won't look down on me for being divorced, right? It was all fake. They forced me, just trying to trick me into donating a kidney to Sarah. I really like you. I fell for you at first sight." Howard immediately blushed and pushed my hand away. "Ahem, show some respect. I'm not that kind of easy man." Then, with a turn, he walked away. Even the way he rejects someone is so cool. Truly the man I've set my sights on. After my little outburst, the Jefferson family seemed to realize their mistakes. They became much more polite when speaking to me and didn't dare make any more demands. Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson, along with my 3 so-called brothers, each even transferred a sum of money to my account, begging me not to leak the chat records. They were afraid of being called idiots. Take the money, solve the problem. After all, we're family. Why would I go around spreading those chat records? Nathan also sent me some money, pleading with me to hold off on the divorce for now, because he divorced me back then, not just because the original owner promised to donate a kidney to Sarah, but also because his grandmother really liked the original owner. Only by marrying me could the Franklin family's inheritance rights fall into his hands. Otherwise, his younger brothers would have already climbed over his head long ago. I said, "I can agree to anything else, but not this. If we don't divorce, how can I go pursue that handsome Howard? I don't do things like cheating during marriage." Nathan realized that I no longer loved him. His eyes filled with sorrow. "You said you loved me. Has that all changed now?" I said, "Oh, that was a misunderstanding. I thought you were the little brother who saved me when I was young, mistaking you for him, which is why I fell in love with you at first sight. After spending time together, I realized you're just average looking and mediocre at best. Honestly, I'm not interested. Maybe ask Sarah if she still wants you. Consider it trash recycling." My words were too blunt for Nathan to handle. He clutched his chest, looking like he was having a heart attack, yet he forced himself to ask, "So, have you found your little brother?" I curled the corner of my lips, smiling without a word. Who is the little brother? The novel doesn't say. In the original story, the female lead mistakes the male lead for someone else, falls in love with him, and gives her heart, liver, spleen, stomach, and kidneys, only to realize she had the wrong person from the very beginning. But by then, she was already pregnant with the male lead's child and couldn't turn back, of course. I won't fall in love with the male lead like the female lead did. I'll just pretend the little brother who saved me is Howard. Whatever makes me happy. Seeing my delighted expression, Nathan's face darkened. Is it Howard, Luna? Do you like him that much? Want a divorce? Not in this lifetime. Even if you beat me to death, I won't divorce you. Divorce isn't about who has the stronger fist. It's about signing the papers at the registration center. For once, I spoke to Nathan with rare patience. Come on, let's divorce. At worst, I promise I won't hit you anymore. Nathan, I'd rather you hit me for the rest of my life. Your love addiction needs treatment. Let me refer you to a neurologist. Since Nathan refused to divorce me, I couldn't just waste my days arguing with him. So I took the original owner's luxury car, swiped the 10-digit balance from her card, and traveled everywhere, eating, drinking, and shopping to my heart's content. What can I say? It was my first time being rich, and there were so many luxuries I'd never experienced before. After indulging myself, I even visited the original owner's adoptive parents. Initially, after the original host and Sarah were mistakenly switched, she was taken to the countryside to be raised and wasn't recognized by the Jefferson family until she turned 16. Her adoptive parents were both farmers, with an older brother and a younger brother in the family, living in extremely difficult conditions. Although they didn't provide Luna with a comfortable living environment, they never mistreated her, but Sarah didn't want to endure hardship with her biological parents. To stay in the Jefferson family, she resorted to sowing discord and spreading rumors, causing the original host to fall out with both her biological and adoptive parents. I went back this time and gave the adoptive parents and her brothers a sum of money to repay their kindness in raising her. Don't ask me why I'm so generous. The answer is simple. The money wasn't earned by me. It was given by the Jefferson family and Nathan. When there's money, let's all spend it together. Not only that, but I also donated a paved road and a Hope Primary School to the hometown of the adoptive parents. Anyway, with so much money, I can't spend it all by myself. Let's all enjoy it together. During that time, I was doing charity everywhere, donating schools, hospitals, and roads. I carried a wad of cash wherever I went, even stuffing a couple of bills to any dog I saw. Virtue points +1 +1 +1 +1. Someone posted my deeds online, and in the comments and bullet chats, everyone was shouting, "Sis, slay me, stuff me with 2 bills." They call me the goddess of wealth dispersion, and even dug up my identity as the eldest daughter of the Jefferson family. My dad is a domineering CEO, my 3 brothers are domineering CEOs, and even my husband is a domineering CEO. I'm dying of laughter. Stay away, unless you're transferring money into my account. That day, I was tossing coins into the wishing fountain when I suddenly got a call from Nathan. I asked with a smile, "What? Ready to divorce? If not, transfer me some more money." Unexpectedly, Nathan said in a tense voice, "Luna, come back quickly. Something big has happened." Nathan spoke urgently and hung up the phone right after. I thought to myself that I had been away for over half a year, and it was about time to go back and see young Howard. I had told him to wait for me to get divorced, but half a year passed without it happening. I feel quite embarrassed about it. I never expected that as soon as I got off the plane, Nathan had someone take me straight to the hospital. My heart immediately skipped a beat. No way, is the ridiculous plotline happening again? And just like that, it really did come true. Nathan grabbed my hand with tearful eyes. "Luna, I beg you, please save Sarah. Her condition has worsened, and she needs a kidney transplant. As long as you're willing to donate to her, I'll do anything. You may lose a kidney, but you'll gain all my love for a lifetime, including loyalty." I'm disgusted. What do I need that thing for? Nathan's face immediately showed an awkward expression. Seeing that Nathan's words had no effect, the Jefferson family members also came to persuade me. "Mrs. Jefferson, Luna, please save Sarah. Can you really bear to watch her die?" "Me, of course, die quickly, Mr. Jefferson, Luna. Don't say such angry words. She's your sister. Blood relatives cannot donate blood or organs to each other." The 3 brothers. "What will it take for you to save Sarah? Search your conscience and ask yourself, how have we treated you these past 6 months?" Me, Though you've been decent to me these 6 months, for the first half of my life, you bullied me relentlessly. Do you think throwing a few measly coins can make up for the harm I suffered? At least double it. Hilarious. Trying to guilt-trip me. Too bad. I have no morals. All I have is karma. Seeing how sad and distressed everyone is, I decided to boost my karma points. I cleared my throat and solemnly told them, do you really want to save Sarah? Are you all genuinely concerned about her? The Jefferson family members nodded. Although Nathan didn't nod in front of me, the concern in his eyes was unmistakable. I took a deep breath and voiced the dumbest point I noticed when I first read this book. You all know that Sarah and I have the panda blood type, right? Everyone nodded. Me. Then haven't you ever wondered why I have the panda blood type? I grabbed Mr. Jefferson, because my panda blood is inherited. Our dad also has panda blood. Not only does our dad have panda blood, but my eldest brother, second brother, and third brother, they all have panda blood too. If you all love her so much, why don't you donate, Dad? Why don't you donate a kidney to your beloved daughter, Sarah? Mr. Jefferson froze at my words, as if he had never considered this question before. I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me. The kidneys are not only crucial to a man's health but also to a woman's happiness. Mrs. Jefferson was the first to object. How can this be? Your father is getting on in years. His body can't handle it. Then he rescued Mr. Jefferson from my grasp. I nodded, deeply convinced. You're right. Dad has given too much for this family. It's really too hard on him. Then, just as Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson were sighing in relief, he caught the 3 elder brothers of the Jefferson family. So, big brother, second brother, third brother, which one of you is donating? Tell me, with 5 people in the family having panda blood, the 4 of you could each donate 1 and still have enough to give Sarah 2 kidneys. Why are you all trying to milk me dry? Come on, you 3, speak up. Who's donating? All 3 Jefferson brothers have tasted my beatings before, and none of them dare to resist when I catch them. Nathan also looked at the 3 of them with an expectant expression. The 3 brothers, who had always claimed to love their sister, were now trying to outdo each other in making excuses. Eldest brother, this won't do. I have so much work at the company. Donating a kidney is very taxing on the body and requires a long recovery. What about the company? You wouldn't want to run out of money for charity, would you? Me? That really won't do. Hearing big brother say this, second brother followed suit. Luna, it's not that second brother doesn't want to donate a kidney to Sarah. But I have a girlfriend now. Even if you don't think of me, you should consider your future sister-in-law. As women, you should understand, right? This month, I'll double your allowance. Me? Women sympathize with women. Second brother can't donate. I turned to third brother with a look that said, you're the chosen one. Third brother's legs immediately went weak, as if he had given up completely. No, I'm afraid of pain, and I faint at the sight of blood. Mrs. Jefferson quickly came over with concern and hugged third brother. Indeed, your third brother has been frail since childhood. You should know that. I looked helplessly at the whole family, so there's no room for negotiation then. Then I turned to Nathan with resignation. See, it's not just me refusing to donate blood or a kidney to her. None of them are willing either. Since no one is willing, why don't we let Sarah leave it to fate? My words were like a beam of light, illuminating the dim corridor outside the hospital ward. Everyone seemed to find redemption in my words. They instantly let go of their guilt and began making excuses for themselves. That poor Sarah, what a tragic fate to be struck with such an illness at such a young age. Even if we donated a kidney to her, there's a high chance of rejection. I've heard the survival rate in the first year is very low. Yes. Rather than going through all that trouble and still failing to save her, it's better to treat her well now and fulfill her wishes. It's not completely hopeless either. There's still a chance of finding a matching kidney donor. With just a few words, they had already found excuses to justify their actions. Only Nathan was left standing there in shock. Are you really just going to abandon her like this? She's still so young. How can you just stand by and watch her die? You've watched her grow up since she was a child. Nathan attempted to morally blackmail the Jefferson family, but the Jefferson family had no morals to begin with. After all, Sarah isn't biologically related to our family. She's been living the good life in our family for so many years. That's already a blessing from her past life. It's not that we don't want to donate. It's just that we're all physically weak. Losing a kidney would be too much for us. Exactly. We can't ruin the happiness of our whole family just for her sake. I couldn't help but clap for them. Dad, Mom, eldest brother, second brother, third brother, you're absolutely right. Helping others is a virtue, but one must also act within their means. First, take care of your own life. Only when you have extra strength should you then help others. Sarah is so adorable, so sensible, so understanding. She definitely wouldn't force you, right? This time, the Jefferson family members all stood by my side, yes. Seeing our entire family united for the first time, speaking with one voice, Nathan wore an expression of deep distress and utter disappointment. With heavy steps, he dragged himself into Sarah's hospital room. Sarah didn't know yet that she had been abandoned by her entire family. Still scheming her little plans, Brother Nathan, has sister come back? Did she agree to donate her kidney to me? Once Sarah recovers from her illness, she can go to all the places you like with you. Nathan held her tenderly, planting a kiss on her forehead. Sarah, don't be afraid. Even if the whole world abandons you, I won't. I will definitely save you. I picked up my phone and snapped a few quick photos of them. Hey, Nathan, that's enough. We're not even divorced yet. I said this with my mouth, but with my hands, I casually forwarded the photo to his family group chat and manually tagged his grandmother. Grandma, look, I told you long ago that Nathan loves Sarah. Please approve his divorce from me. Unexpectedly, Nathan's grandmother sent a long voice message in response. Nathan wants to divorce you and be with that sickly Sarah, over my dead body. Luna, you are the daughter-in-law Grandma has her heart set on, even if Nathan doesn't want you. The doors of our Franklin family will always be open for you, me, thanks a lot, Grandma. No wonder in the original story, the female lead and male lead kept being entangled on and off, suffering again and again. So it turns out Nathan's grandma was the wing woman all along. But this kind of luck I don't want, Grandma. I don't think it's necessary, right? To be honest, I'm not really that interested in your grandson. Before I could finish speaking, Nathan rushed over and snatched my phone. What nonsense have you been telling my grandma and my parents? Luna, are you satisfied now that you've ruined Sarah like this? I originally wanted to explain, but seeing Nathan's self-righteous attitude made me furious. I punched him straight in the stomach and snatched my phone back. Half a year apart, and you've grown bold, huh? Daring to snatch my phone. Do you not want your hands anymore? I told your grandma because I wanted her to agree to our divorce, to make way for you too, so you don't stop me from finding my second chance at love. Nathan was hunched over from my beating, unable to straighten up, yet still stubborn. You want to divorce me to be with that Howard, don't you? Don't even dream about it, Luna, you and that adulterous scoundrel. Before he could finish his words, I slapped him several times across the face. Your mouth stinks so bad. Did you eat shit? Then I showed him the photos on my phone. Who cheated during the marriage? Who's the adulterous couple? Don't you have any self-awareness? Enough with the nonsense. Bring your documents tomorrow morning and divorce me immediately. Otherwise, I'll post these photos online, exposing your marital infidelity and your favorite Sarah knowingly being the other woman. Oh, and one more thing. I won't go after your assets. But you'd better be reasonable, if the alimony is too little. I won't make life easy for you. After all, I'm currently the goddess of generosity. There are plenty of places where I need to spend money. I don't understand why divorcing in an angst-filled novel is so damn difficult. I forced Nathan to go home and explain to his elders. He showed them the injuries I inflicted on him, claiming I was abusive. His family quickly agreed to let him divorce me. After all, as the heir of a prominent family, his face represents the dignity of the entire family business. Getting constantly humiliated is simply unacceptable. We entered the marriage registration office, and within less than half an hour, we had our divorce certificates in hand. Once outside the main entrance, I waved the green booklet at Nathan and said, "Goodbye, ex-husband." Nathan clenched his fists and glared at me, his face filled with unwillingness. "You'll regret this, Luna, me." "I do regret it. I never should have married you in the first place, though, to be fair, it was the original owner of this body who married him, but just thinking about it still feels like bad luck." To dispel the bad luck, I immediately invited Howard out for barbecue that very night, hoping to shake off the lingering misfortune. "Hey, I got my divorce certificate. I'm free now. Wanna meet up tonight?" To my surprise, Howard actually turned me down. "Be good, I've got a mission tonight. I'll catch up with you another time." A man, rejecting me. "Hey, wait," he said. "I'm well behaved." Happy, me, I'm well behaved. "I'll wait for you." After that, as a single woman again, I spent my time freely splurging, not just on charity, but also sponsoring people, making investments, buying properties, and so on. When Howard is free, I'll ask him out. Over time, not only did I not spend the money, but it kept increasing. I even made it onto the rich women rankings. As for Nathan and Sarah's affairs, I don't have time to inquire. That day, I dressed up beautifully and was just about to go watch a movie with Howard. As I drove into the underground garage and got out of the car, a pair of headlights suddenly blinded me. The next moment, I heard the deafening roar of a car engine as a vehicle came straight at me. Instinctively, I flipped upside down with one hand on the car roof, and the vehicle sped past me, barely missing my body, seeing that it didn't hit me. The car made an extreme turn and charged at me again. With skills like mine, I've won countless championships since elementary school and became unbeatable by the age of 18. How could I not dodge a car? With a backflip, I landed on the roof of another car, but I dodged. My Lamborghini didn't, and it got completely wrecked, because I moved too fast. The driver didn't react in time and crashed head-on, completely dazed. At this moment, the airbag deployed, trapping him in the driver's seat. Looking severely injured as he coughed and stared at me, I jumped off the car roof and walked over to him. "Oh, you're done for. My car is very expensive." The man had a fierce expression, with horizontal wrinkles on his forehead, looking utterly vicious. Seeing me completely unharmed while he was badly damaged, he tried to reach out and hit me. I grabbed his wrist, twisted it backward, and dislocated it. He let out a scream and finally behaved. I said, "My car costs over 10 million. How do you plan to compensate me?" He replied, "I'll compensate your mother." With a click, I snapped his dislocated wrist back into place. He let out another scream, looking at me with a pained expression. "Boss, I can't afford it." I saw him driving a car worth hundreds of thousands, and he really didn't look like someone who could afford to pay for damages. If he had money, why would he be a hitman? So I asked him, "Who sent you to kill me?" "Don't say it was an accident. There are surveillance cameras in the garage. You can't escape." The man seemed hesitant and replied, "It's not that I won't tell you, but," seeing that he didn't want to talk, I pretended to dislocate his wrist again. He looked and immediately broke out in a cold sweat on his forehead. I'll talk. It's your ex-husband, Nathan." "Nathan," I frowned. "How dare he?" After some investigation, I found out that Sarah's uremia had reached the late stage, yet no matching kidney donor had been found. Is he planning to hire someone to kill me in a car accident, then forge a donation contract to transplant my kidney to Sarah? Truly a man who dominates half the criminal code in the novel. So criminal, these days are getting more and more promising for a prison sentence. Faced with such a situation, of course, I immediately reported it to the police. Hiring a hitman for murder and attempting to steal human organs are serious crimes, and Nathan was quickly arrested. The Franklin family wanted me to write a letter of forgiveness to help Nathan reduce his sentence. When I refused, they threatened to bankrupt the Cheen Corporation. I installed surveillance and recorded the conversation, then turned around and exposed everything to the public. Now Nathan's hiring of assassins and his threats against the victim can no longer be hidden. The Franklin family's reputation plummeted, and even Fu Corporation's stocks took a nosedive. The Jefferson family hadn't gone bankrupt yet, but the Franklin family was about to. Although I wasn't injured in this assassination attempt, Nathan was severely sentenced to 10 years because he knowingly broke the law. The circumstances were egregious, and his attitude toward admitting guilt and wrongdoing was poor. Without Nathan's mindless protection, Sarah couldn't get my kidney. And without finding a matching kidney donor, she didn't live much longer before passing away. Her biological parents didn't blame me. They only asked to take Sarah's ashes back to their hometown for burial, and I agreed. 10 years later, when Nathan got out of prison and went to visit Sarah's grave, the grass on her grave was already 2 meters tall. As for me, on the very night Sarah died, I had already accumulated so much merit from doing countless good deeds that I transmigrated back. Yes, damn it. I transmigrated back, right when I confessed to Howard. He agreed to be with me, and we were just about to kiss. Oh, you're asking how I know the plot after coming back, because the world I transmigrated into was actually a book I'd read in real life. After returning, I immediately checked the ending. Unexpectedly, the book's plot had completely changed. It all became things I had done. Because the face slapping was so satisfying, it even made it to the bestseller list. Everyone says that book starts as a typical angst novel, but later the female lead seems like a completely different person, going absolutely wild. The whole thing starts low but goes completely off the rails. The author, who debuted with angst novels, even declared, "Whoever loves writing angst can keep doing it. From now on, I'm only writing feel-good stories, no more angst." Reading this, I teared up. Woo-woo, you all had your fun, but what about me, my dear Howard? I haven't even gotten to kiss him yet. Seeing me cry so pitifully, my old father asked, "Sweetheart, what's wrong? Did a donkey kick your brain?" Humph, and here I was missing him all this time. I shouldn't have come back to this house. Me, can't you tell I just got my heart broken? Father, with whom? A wooden stake, or a punching bag? I won't get angry. I won't get angry. He's my biological father after all. Just as I was sobbing pitifully and my shameless father was laughing at me, someone pushed open the gate to our courtyard. A tall, handsome young man peeked in through the door. "Excuse me, is this Mr. Smith's residence?" I took one look and, holy shit, isn't that the love interest from the novel I wrote? What's he doing here? Am I dreaming? I rubbed my eyes hard, and when I looked again, they were still there. I immediately went over and pulled them inside. Right, Howard, is it? On behalf of my dad, I'll take you as my disciple. From now on, I'm your senior sister. What would you like to learn, junior brother? Senior sister here can teach you anything. Hey, junior brother, are you okay with intersect romance? I led Howard toward the backyard, leaving my father hopping mad behind us, and thus, a new chapter for Howard and me had just begun. After hearing the story above, what are your thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you liked this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.